Jiang Jun and Yuan Shuai argued in the elevator about Du Lei. Jiang Jun maintained that she didn't know Du Lei was an executive at GE and insisted he wasn't the malicious person Yuan Shuai believed him to be. Yuan Shuai scoffed, reminding her that Du Lei was his rival who deliberately approached her with ulterior motives, trying to get information. Jiang Jun retorted that Yuan Shuai might have too many enemies and was being paranoid. Yuan Shuai countered, questioning why Du Lei concealed his identity if his intentions were pure, warning her not to be exploited. Jiang Jun reluctantly accepted Yuan Shuai's advice to keep her distance from Du Lei, though she struggled with how to word a message to him. At home, Du Lei happily tried on the tie Jiang Jun had given him. His sister suddenly arrived, criticized his new tie as so ugly, and insisted he wear one she had bought for him instead. She reminisced about their childhood, noting how Du Lei always confided in her and followed her lead, but observed that they now had more secrets. When she tried to get physically close to him, Du Lei pushed her away, suggesting he drive her home, implied her drunken state was making her talk nonsense. Jiang Jun's text message then popped up on his phone. In it, she expressed gratitude for his help, but apologized for the misunderstanding with her boss, citing fairness in business. She explained that she could no longer consider herself his student, signaling her intention to maintain distance. Du Lei's expression darkened as he read it. Noticing Du Lei's preoccupation with his phone, his sister reminded him to prepare a gift for their father's birthday and attend the dinner with her. Du Lei agreed, but she sensed her control over him slipping, and a flicker of anger crossed her face. Lily finally met her crush, Xiao Chuan, for dinner. Despite the humble meal, she maintained a cheerful attitude, eager for romance. She playfully asked Xiao Chuan if he would treat her to dinner again, to which he bluntly replied no, stating that what he needed from her wasn't worth 2 meals. He then revealed his true intention. He wanted her to fill out a relationship questionnaire for his software assessment, crushing Lily's romantic expectations. At MH, Vice President Ma Xiran harshly criticized new recruits, including Shun Xian and Jiang Jun, for their lackluster reports, calling them the worst new recruits and accusing them of being short-sighted. He warned them that their performance would affect his report to the board. Yuan Shuai then appeared and interrupted, announcing that he would be taking all the new analysts, Jiang Jun, Xiang Ding, Chen Yiqing, and Shun Xian, to form a new task force. This team would handle Wanqing Entertainment's IPO project, a crucial opportunity for them to demonstrate their abilities. Yuan Shuai explained that Wanqing, a 5-year client of MH, was now pursuing an independent IPO after a previous backdoor listing attempt failed due to new policies.
With Wanqing's CEO having recently passed away and only 2 weeks left until the application deadline, securing Wanshan, the company's mastermind, as the new CEO was crucial for their success. Upon arriving at Wanqing Entertainment, Yuan Shuai and his team were given a tour of the various departments, including the dressing and makeup room, administrative offices, finance, marketing, and agent departments. Meanwhile, Jiang Jun excused herself to use the restroom.
There, she discovered a girl, locked inside a stall. Jiang Jun freed her and offered help, but the girl declined. Unexpectedly, the girl then pointed Jiang Jun out to a security guard, accusing her of being a crazy fan. Despite Jiang Jun's attempts to identify herself as an MH analyst conducting due diligence, the guard dismissed her, confiscated her phone, and escorted her to the security department, refusing her request to call her boss. Moments later, as Yuan Shuai and his team were being led to the conference room by Wanshan, they briefly encountered the same wet and distressed girl. Wanshan quickly apologized for the girl's behavior and diverted their attention to the meeting, leaving Yuan Shuai to wonder about the encounter. The wet girl from the restroom was revealed to be a trainee who was eliminated from a girl group survival show's final contest. Other trainees mocked her, accusing her of trying to seduce Wanshan with dirty tricks for an advantage, and subjected her to intense humiliation, which she endured silently. In the conference room, Yuan Shuai noticed Jiang Jun's absence and attempted to call her, but her phone was off. With the IPO signing imminent, he instructed everyone to turn off their phones, unable to worry about Jiang Jun at the moment. Meanwhile, Jiang Jun was in the security department, where she had strategically engaged the staff in a game of cards and drinks. Under the guise of truth or dare, she subtly probed them for information. She learned that Wanshan had a secret resting room, and that some staff once saw a girl leaving his office late at night, around 3 a.m. As she was about to extract the girl's name, Yuan Shuai burst in, furious at seeing Jiang Jun intoxicated and seemingly gambling. Jiang Jun attempted to explain she was conducting due diligence and gathering intel, but Yuan Shuai was beyond angry. The security guard challenged him to finish the remaining 3 bottles of alcohol if he wanted to take Jiang Jun. He reluctantly downed all of them, then forcibly dragged Jiang Jun out. On the way home, Yuan Shuai scolded Jiang Jun for her unprofessional behavior, drinking and playing cards with strangers late at night. Jiang Jun, still tipsy, vehemently defended herself, explaining that she was strategically gathering intelligence for due diligence after being detained by security earlier. She argued that Yuan Shuai's interference ruined her efforts to penetrate the enemy's inner circle. Yuan Shuai, exasperated, mocked her creative methods and reminded her he had just rescued her. When she insisted on taking a taxi instead of riding with him, he reprimanded her for her lack of safety awareness, wandering drunk on the street. He sternly warned her that submitting her report late would count as a serious mistake during her probation. Lily woke up after falling asleep while completing Xiao Chuan's questionnaire realizing she still had many questions left and needed to get to her night shift. Xiao Chuan offered to walk her, which excited Lily, until he revealed it was merely on his way because his university campus was locked, forcing him to spend the night at the convenience store. Lily then realized he was a third-year graduate student, much younger than her, trying to create a romantic moment. Lily deliberately broke her shoe heel and feigned an ankle injury, hoping Xiao Chuan would carry her. However, he stoically broke the heel of her other shoe to make them even, expecting her to walk. Undeterred, Lily claimed her other foot also hurt. Xiao Chuan then unexpectedly hoisted her over his shoulder and carried her to the convenience store. Before leaving for his makeshift overnight stay, he bought her a pair of slippers as compensation for her broken shoes, which Lily initially found ugly but later grew to appreciate. Yuan Shuai carried the seemingly unconscious Jiang Jun up to her apartment, muttering about her low alcohol tolerance and her insolence. He tried to open her door using her fingerprint, but struggled with the scanner. Jiang Jun suddenly woke up, startled to find herself in his arms, and questioned why he was carrying her. Yuan Shuai, realizing she might have been feigning sleep, angrily confronted her, accusing her of pretending to make him carry her all the way up. Jiang Jun denied it, complained about her discomfort, and pushed him away. He jokingly threatened her with revenge for pushing her boss. She then sarcastically thanked him and wished him good night. He handed her the bag she had left behind. After she was safely inside, he grumbled to himself about needing to register a fingerprint on her lock. The next day, Yuan Shuai reviewed the new recruits' reports. He commended Xiang Ding for his meticulous work and Shun Yicheng for his foresight, innovative ideas. However, he harshly criticized Shun Xian's report, calling it a waste of time and stating she was far from meeting his expectations for the urgent Wanxing IPO project. He then dismissed the others but asked Jiang Jun to stay for private tutoring. Yuan Shuai pressed Jiang Jun for details on the serious disciplinary problems she mentioned in her report, recalling her truth or dare session. Jiang Jun, wanting to be rigorous, initially hesitated to share unverified information, but under Yuan Shuai's goading, she revealed that Wanshan had a secret resting room, with hidden entrances and exits, widely rumored among the trainees to be a suspicious place. Yuan Shuai expressed skepticism, poking fun at her childhood tendency to misremember details, which irritated Jiang Jun concurrently. Shin Xine, observing Jiang Jun and Yuan Shuai alone in his office with the door closed, deliberately informed Xiao Na about their private session under the guise of seeking help for her report. Driven by jealousy, Xiao Na promptly burst into Yuan Shuai's office without knocking, witnessing the two of them in close, ambiguous proximity. Feigning an apology for not knocking, Xiao Na's gaze fell on Jiang Jun, who, recognizing the tension with her superior and Yuan Shuai's admirer, quickly excused herself and left. Du Lei and his sister Linda attended their father's birthday banquet. Du Lei wished his father a happy birthday, but his father responded sharply, expressing surprise at his presence and implying he lacked sincerity, even suggesting he leave if he couldn't drop his poker face. Linda attempted to smooth things over, explaining Du Lei's busy schedule, but their father cut her off. Linda was then introduced to Mr. and Mrs. Zhai and their son, who commented on her beauty and age similarity to their son. Later, Linda found Du Lei drinking alone and acknowledged his reluctance to come. She assured him their father treated him like his own son and asked him to be more understanding. Du Lei, however, felt he was merely a substitute, a sentiment Linda immediately refuted, emphasizing that in her heart, he was unique and not a replacement. Observing the brevity of his interaction with their father, Du Lei remarked that he had set a new record for upsetting him. Du Lei then noticed Wan Shan at the banquet. After composing himself, Du Lei approached Wan Shan and introduced himself as an executive director from GE Investment Banking. He congratulated Wan Shan on becoming CEO of Wanxing Entertainment, noting the company's peak valuation after its recent talent show, which was positive for its IPO. Wan Shan, wary of a poaching attempt, mentioned MH was a trusted partner of Wanxing's former chairman. Du Lei clarified his intentions, stating he wasn't there for business but to warn Wan Shan that Yuan Shuai was not easily deceived. Wan Shan dismissed his advice, but Du Lei confidently asserted that Wan Shan would soon seek him out. He then handed over his business card and departed. Feeling down, Jiang Jun met with her friend Lily at a convenience store. Lily excitedly showed off her new slippers, a gift from her Prince Charming. Jiang Jun then recounted the awkward encounter with Xiao Na in Yuan Shuai's office, describing their close proximity during a case discussion when Xiao Na unexpectedly entered. Lily, a connoisseur of romance novels, immediately identified Jiang Jun's predicament as a love triangle, the typical plot in chick-lit urban office fiction. When Jiang Jun asked for a spoiler to help herself, Lily warned that Xiao Na would likely pull rank, constantly monitor her, and wait for an opportunity to strike her down. The next morning, Jiang Jun's fears were confirmed as Xiao Na immediately confronted her about her trendy fast fashion clothes. Xiao Na then delivered a speech to the new hires, emphasizing that while they were teammates, they were also rivals, echoing Lily's prediction of a war fiction. Yuan Shuai, meanwhile, found fault with Jiang Jun's report, instructing her to redo several sections, which made her silently label him a weirdo. Later, when Yuan Shuai invited the team for a late-night meal, Jiang Jun, determined to maintain distance, invented a family emergency and left quickly. Yuan Shuai was perplexed by her behavior and later directly confronted her, asking if she was suffering from social anxiety and needed to see a doctor. Jiang Jun, still wary, retorted that he should see a doctor instead. Jiang Jun went to the library, deep in thought about watching entertainment. Seeing a familiar face on an entertainment magazine, she recalled the trainee she had helped in the restroom, further fueling her suspicions about the company. There, she unexpectedly encountered Dulé. Sensing her hesitation, Dulé apologized for not having previously disclosed his affiliation with GE and his role as a finance guest lecturer. He explained that he withheld the information to prevent her from feeling pressured due to the competitive relationship between their companies. Jiang Jun assured him she bore no grudge. Dulé then asked if they could still be friends if he refrained from discussing her work, to which Jiang Jun readily agreed, emphasizing that peers are not enemies. Before leaving, Dulé offered a piece of advice. If books couldn't provide answers, she should follow her heart. This entire exchange was secretly photographed by Shen Xian, who observed their interaction with suspicion. On her way home, Jiang Jun received text messages from Yuan Shuai offering her leftover egg fried rice, which she ignored. Yuan Shuai then intercepted her at her apartment door, directly asking why she was avoiding him, suggesting she was playing hard to get. Jiang Jun dismissively accused him of self-hypnosis and tried to leave. Yuan Shuai stopped her, revealing he had arranged for a large drawing board in the apartment hallway, encouraging her to express her emotions there instead of on paper, and assured her he had secured approval from property management. Jiang Jun, initially hesitant, began to draw. She shared that she hadn't drawn since 6/13, the date we broke, referring to their childhood falling out. During their playful drawing session, Yuan Shuai questioned if she was truly suited for investment banking. They continued to tease each other, adding humorous details to their respective drawings, with Jiang Jun playfully calling herself a cute wolf. Their lighthearted interaction brought them closer. The new analyst team waited outside Yuan Shuai's office, noting Jiang Jun had been inside for a long time. Inside, their discussion of the Wanqing case was interrupted when Yuan Shuai received the photos of Jiang Jun with Dulé at the library. Furious, he accused her of being unprofessional and fraternizing with the competition. Acknowledging her mistake, Jiang Jun tried to placate him, eventually coaxing a smile out of him with a lollipop. As Qiao Na approached Yuan Shuai's office, she overheard Shen Xian mentioning that only Yuan Shuai and Jiang Jun were inside, followed by sounds of laughter. Her expression darkened. Moments later, Jiang Jun exited, immediately sensing Qiao Na's displeasure, froze, and quickly made an excuse to leave. Back at her desk, Jiang Jun continued to puzzle over the anomalies at Wanqing, the secret resting room, the girl seen leaving late at night, and the inexplicable bullying of a trainee. Recalling Du Lei's advice to follow her heart, when logical solutions were elusive, she decided to visit Wanqing Entertainment. There, she encountered a security guard she had previously played cards with. Inventing a story about searching for a lost family heirloom bracelet brought by her cousin from Shantao, she managed to gain entry. Inside a training room, Jiang Jun witnessed other trainees bullying Tang Xian by placing a goldfish in her water bottle. She swiftly intervened, warning the bullies of the potential negative impact on Wanqing's upcoming IPO. She then took Tang Xian aside. Jiang Jun formally introduced herself to Tang Xian as an MH analyst investigating Wanshan's background for Wanqing's IPO, promising confidentiality. She encouraged Tang Xian to speak openly, recalling the abnormal bullying incident and her suspicions that a senior Wanqing executive, likely Wanshan, was behind it. Jiang Jun emphasized that silence would prevent her from helping and could allow similar abuse to continue, potentially affecting others. She assured Tang Xian that concrete evidence of Wanshan's misconduct could derail Wanqing's IPO and force his removal by shareholders. This assurance prompted Tang Xian to open up. She revealed that after being eliminated from the Come On, Sisters competition, Wanshan had offered her a chance to return for the repechage and debut. Tang Xian then played a recording from her phone. Wanshan's voice was heard praising her talent, but lamenting her lack of popularity, then offering to make her a pop star within 3 years, complete with top stylists, provided she signed a contract and understood how to be a sweetheart. Tang Xian, on the recording, resisted his advances. She then recounted to Jiang Jun how Wanshan had drugged her water, and she woke up disheveled in his secret resting room, with him lying beside her. She fled while he was asleep. Tang Xian added that the monster had sought her out several times later. Jiang Jun, enraged by Wanshan's monstrous actions, offered to help and requested a copy of the evidence. A desperate Tang Xian, seeing Jiang Jun as her last hope, provided the recording. Unbeknownst to them, their entire conversation was secretly photographed. Walking home, Jiang Jun felt a sense of being followed, prompting her to hurry. She then literally bumped into Dulé, who noticed her anxiety and offered her a ride, which she accepted for safety. In the car, Dulé jokingly suggested she continue calling him teacher, citing his greater life experience, to which Jiang Jun playfully retorted that she hadn't realized he was much older given his youthful appearance. Dulé revealed he'd been visiting a newly appointed CEO on his father's behalf, confirming it was Wanshan from Wanqing Entertainment. Jiang Jun, feigning casual curiosity, expressed admiration for Wanshan's star-making ability and tried to subtly probe for his secret to success in the entertainment industry. Dulé, sensing her underlying interest, dismissed variety shows as superficial and warned her that the true stories behind them were complicated. He then explicitly advised her that for pretty girls, it's better to stay away from him. Jeong Joon, understanding the veiled warning, dropped the topic. Upon arriving at her building, Dulé offered to be her driver if she ever needed a ride at night. Yuan Shuai observed the entire scene from below. Once Jeong Joon went inside, he confronted Dulé, angrily reminding him to stay away from her and questioning his presence at Jeong Joon's building. Dulé, unfazed, merely smiled and retorted that if Yuan Shuai truly cared about Jeong Joon, he had better watch out. Jeong Joon received a summons from Wan Shan and went to his office, secretly bringing a hidden camera to record their interaction. Wan Shan, having been informed of her conversation with Tang Xian, dismissed Tang Xian's accusations as nonsense from a child under pressure. He then attempted to bribe Jeong Joon with money, stating that a smart person like her wouldn't believe such stories. Jeong Joon politely but firmly refused the money, asserting that she understood what she needed to do and quickly departed, internally pleased with the evidence she had captured. However, moments later, Wan Shan made a phone call, instructing his subordinate to destroy Jeong Joon's phone and give her a lesson. As Jeong Joon walked alone down a dark road, she again felt a sense of unease. Suddenly, a menacing voice demanded her phone. If you love the story, subscribe for the next episode.